Hi, I'm Drew, and that's Bethany.
What's the appeal of an abandoned building? For us, it's the chance to connect with a location that hosts stories, some shared and some never revealed.
In Illinois, an empty structure looms over a town that fell on hard times. We believe it has plenty of history worth uncovering.
Come along as we explore the Wyman-Gordon power plant, right here on Oddity Odysseys. In the past, we've explored an abandoned water park, an Air Force base, a motel.
Well, that wasn't quite abandoned, though, was it?
That's a whole nother story. But today is our very first exploration of an abandoned power plant.
Hopefully not our last.
The old power plant is located in Dixmoor, Illinois, south of Chicago off of Interstate 57. We'll exit at Sibley Boulevard, take that east a mile, and turn left on Wood Street. The address is 104 West 144th Street. Yeah. This is really kind of a nowhere area. You have some train tracks and construction, but there's not a lot happening.
True.
Whoa, ooh, that's a tall building. What are we thinking?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a pretty shady area. I wonder where we can get in. Maybe there?
Yeah, it looks like there's an opening over there, but we just have to be careful where we walk.
Yeah, there's a lot of broken glass everywhere too.
Is it flooded?
It is. It looks like about 1.5 feet of water. The Wyman-Gordon power plant closed its doors in 1986. All things considered, I mean, it's still standing, so that's pretty impressive. This is 780,000 square feet of space to explore. I just hope we can get in somewhere.
There's a smokestack.
So we're around the back side right now.
Maybe hard to find a good entrance point because everything's so washed out.
Yeah, what about this little hole right here? Is that flooded too?
I mean, it's hard to tell. Looks like
that's inside the smokestack, so it might be worth a look at least.
Climbing into the smokestack at the Wyman-Gordon power plant.
Watch that mud.
Oh boy. Oh, and it goes up so high.
Isn't that epic?
It's crazy to think there were once 300 employees at any one time just kind of going through all of this. Just that hustle and bustle.
Well, probably only a few of them would go into the smokestack, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But yes, point taken. You can go that way, or you can come over here and go this way.
Nope, not a good idea.
Yeah, it's soft.
This is probably the least muddy.
You're gonna try that way, okay.
I'm gonna try this way first.
Okay, I will try to follow you.
It's crazy to think this was one of the most productive manufacturers at the time. Especially during World War I and World War II.
That far back, wow.
Oh, here's a chute or something?
Looks like a vertical drop and then it comes down to here. Let's see if I can see up in here.
What's up there?
Probably not. All right, I'll take door number 1. Oh, hold the phone. Oh yeah, we can get out here.
Okay.
It's gonna be tight. I'll have to do
square through a square.
Do hands and knees here. Hey, what are you calling a square? Here she comes.
We're getting close to that construction sound.
Yeah. Before shutting its doors permanently, the Wyman-Gordon power plant was the pride of the town of Dixmoor.
In 1920, Wyman-Gordon purchased the Ingalls Shepherd forging plant to expand its territory. The company quickly became a powerhouse with a special interest in forging titanium technologies.
However, the economic turmoil of the times would overshadow the chance for the industrial division of Dixmoor to stay in production. Is this a ramp we can go up?
Looks like some kind of entrance point.
Yeah, here we go.
Do we see people? What's happening? I'm scared.
Well, we're really close to the road. So let's get up and in here while we can. Oh my gosh, it's a hole. It's full of bees. I'm not going in no bee's nest.
You can hear the rainwater from yesterday dripping down.
Yeah, there's some substantial dripping going on up here.
Once bustling and alive, the power plant is now this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're in the inside of the Wyman-Gordon power plant.
We have arrived. Look at all this space. It's hard to believe something so big and so purposeful could be useless. Why haven't they torn this place down?
About a decade after the power plant closed, the Environmental Protection Agency labeled this whole area as brownfield, which means a lot of cleanup needs to happen before it can be torn down. So at this point, the cost of cleanup does not exceed market value.
Okay.
It's just best to kind of leave it to its own devices. From everything I read online, the workers who worked at this power plant, they had a great experience. They loved working here. It wasn't their fault that it closed down.
Right.
So a lot of shared memories from inside of these walls from 300 plus employees. Okay, where can we walk that we're not going to drown?
Tough to say.
You know, it was said that people who lived in the town could hear the pounding of the hammer for up to a mile away from the power plant. Now,
It's quiet.
when the plant closed, they left most of their tools and machinery behind. They used to make crankshafts up to 8 feet long. Those were just left. And some of the workers, they shared after it closed that the machinery would get so hot. If they were working around it, if they had coins or keys or anything in their pockets, it would actually melt them.
What?
And burn.
And there are holes in the floor, so keep an eye out for that.
Step with caution.
Yeah. There's a lot of steps up there, but none of them come down to this level.
No.
So how are we supposed to get up there, I wonder?
Steps with no side railing.
Not only
fun.
that, there's no supports. I mean, it's
Oh, good.
it's poured concrete, so it looks pretty sturdy, but it's just unusual that there wouldn't be anything supporting this. And as you mentioned, there are no rails. It looks like there used to be. All right, we're gonna do this real careful-like.
Step by step.
There used to be rails, but they're all gone.
So we're on one of the upper levels. And as you can see here, it's kind of what we touched on a little earlier, where the power plant experienced a case of arson after it closed.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal. It made the newspapers, a lot of manpower into putting it out. But then they just kind of left the charred pieces behind.
Yeah. How about that? And the windows up here as well
Yeah.
are all burned out.
As we said, they were able to contain it, but it did destroy this section of the power plant.
There's an old light fixture hanging from the ceiling. Plug still attached.
This maybe was a bathroom, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, there's urinals behind you.
Yeah, and it has the hand soap dispensers.
Thank you.
Hand dry.
Thank you for demonstrating. Turn the lights off before you go. Don't do it well, I'll get electrocuted. Okay, we got some upper stories here to look at. So Wyman-Gordon opened its doors in 1883 originally, and it quickly became known as being the best of the best as far as creating forgings and manufacturing. And wow, it goes on and on. Actually, the US government contracted Wyman-Gordon to build parts for a lot of their spy planes and fighter jets and those sorts of things.
So this place would have been hustling in the 20s and 30s.
Oh yes, oh yes. I'm noticing a lot of repetition, which makes sense for a power plant. They would have multiple machines in succession here, all doing the same thing. And it's true downstairs too. There's a lot of repetition in this building.
So the company also had a hand in forging engine components for Titan and Minuteman missiles.
Whoa.
But by the end of the 1980s, especially after the end of the Cold War, demand for those parts weren't nearly as high. So Wyman-Gordon had to downsize, which led to this particular branch closing its doors and leaving all of this massive machinery behind. It's incredible. There's more rooftop over here.
Might have a roof we can go out on. But look, there are plants and trees growing on the rooftop.
Nature has reclaimed the Wyman-Gordon power plant.
And it's only been, what, 50 years? It doesn't take that long.
What will become of the Wyman-Gordon power plant? Only time will tell. For now, the vacant building stands as a reminder of when the town was prosperous. Some say they can still hear echoes of the machinery at work as the building looms over his home in Illinois.
Wow, 5 floors, numerous staircases, skeletons of machinery everywhere, and lots of memories still remain here at Wyman-Gordon Power Plant.
We hope you enjoyed this exploration today, and please take a moment to check out our Patreon page, which has exclusive bonus content, including our extended exploration here at the Wyman-Gordon power plant. And we've linked to that down below.
Thanks for joining us on this crazy adventure. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you on the next one. I found a stairwell that goes all the way to the top, to the 5th floor. And I'm going to climb it. She's going to stay here, keep an eye on the gear.
Because he lost at rock, paper, scissors.
That's what happened.
So if I hear screaming, I'll know to try to collect the footage and still put together this episode anyway.
But then you would have to climb up there to retrieve the footage. I got her there.